The heroine is a single mother who is already 8 months pregnant. On this day, the news was broadcasting a horrific incident in the country, and her city had closed all modes of transportation. But she and her sister didn't care and continued to drive out. But the chaotic streets have told them that the city has really become dangerous. Countless cars crashed out of control. People ran away in panic. The phone rang, and the heroine turned to the back to get the phone. But her sister suddenly shouted in horror. The next second, she was silent and her eyes changed. She began to step on the accelerator, and the speed was getting faster and faster. The heroine had to try to control the steering wheel, but it still couldn't stop her from crashing into other cars, and their car still turned over. Later, she climbed out with difficulty, but could only watch her sister walk to the middle of the road. The whole city went crazy, and the heroine could only run away with the people. She suddenly fell down, and a kind woman ran towards her in the distance. The woman wanted to help her up, but she seemed to suddenly see the person who made her lose control. She shouted for her mother uncontrollably, and then got into a burning car. A black man helped the heroine up and finally ran into a house. There was an old man with a gun. He was the husband of the woman just now. His wife sacrificed herself to help her. This family has taken in many people: men, women, old people, and children. Everyone didn't know each other, and everyone was panicked and nervous. The old man was always on patrol. The heroine kept calling her mother, but she never got through. Everyone quickly sorted out the cause of the disaster, because there was a strange monster wandering outside, and anyone who saw him would go crazy. They immediately closed the windows and drew the curtains. They turned on the TV. The anchor in the news announced that the city was in a state of emergency and reminded residents not to go out. The next second, the live broadcast was interrupted. A black man said that this was the end of the world. Although there are different cultures all over the world, there have been records of a spirit. The spirit will appear in the image that people are most afraid of or saddest, or even the person you miss the most. The next day, strangers hiding in the house began to get to know each other. Suddenly, they heard a knock on the door. The black man went to open the door, but the old man behind him didn't want him to open the door. A group of people came to the door and they heard a woman's voice outside.